برای توی کوچه رقصیدن، برای ترسیدن به وقت بوسیدن، برای خواهرم خواهرت خواهرم.
Well, it's great to be with you, and good afternoon to everyone. It's morning in Washington, D.C. right now, and I think we're in a very important time right now in Europe because the landscape has really shifted, in my assessment, in the European Union's posture towards the Islamic Republic. We are seeing since September a series of sanctions tranches that have been levied by the EU and the UK. And if we contrast that
این یکی از اهداف این کنفرانس در لیست تروریستی قرار دادن سپاه پاسداران دستگاه سرکوب جمهوری اسلامی هست.
اگر که بخوایم یکم واقع بینانه به قضیه نگاه کنیم، ما راه طولانی داریم به خاطر اینکه بتونیم این دولت مردای اروپایی رو متقاعد کنیم که سپاه یک سازمان تروریستی هستش، اما قطعاً تأثیر خودش رو میذاره. حالا این در واقع قدم اول هستش.
I think if you would have done a survey in a mosque, it would be less positive towards privacy. And then, of course, from the rural side, it's not all the people, but certain people who answer the phone and so on. But they say, well, this is an established method, so it's scientific. So why is it scientific? Yeah, because we say so. You know, we just follow the procedures, it's scientific. And then this, again, is used in Klingedal Institute, it's used in PhD research in Sweden, and it spreads, right? And so I think what we need to do, just very practically, is ask our governments, this is what we asked in the Netherlands, to actually research these guys, to map the Iran lobby in Europe. Because European governments have much more means to actually, you know, find out what is going on. They haven't been studying that for a long time, and I think that is certainly something that is feasible.
در مورد مسائل ایران به خصوص دو موضوع اصلی که ما تو این برنامه در روش خیلی فوکوس داشتیم باشه که موضوع اول سپاه و فعالیت‌های سپاه در خارج از ایران هست و موضوع دوم لابی، دستگاه در واقع لابی جمهوری اسلامی در خارج از کشور.
One of the ways are Islamic centers. You have the Imam Ali mosque here in Sweden, in Stockholm. You have the Imam Ali Center in Hamburg, for example, in Germany. So that's one way, and they're quite open with it also. The other way the lobby works is through academia. And they do that by two ways. One of them is exactly what Puyol was talking about. The other way is by producing articles and thus publishing these articles in international peer-reviewed papers, thus making science out of it. And that's a major issue, that's a major problem. Because when you do discuss, for example, we did talk about Rouzbeh Parsi, who's the head of the Middle East program, but he was previously also the individual who gave advice about European Union's policy towards the Islamic Republic for years. What do you...
یه نکته رو هم من میتونم فقط اضافه کنم به نظرم مهم میاد. برگزاری این برنامه‌ها از این جهت خیلی مهمه که در واقع کسانی که در بخش‌های مختلف در بخش‌های مختلف مدیریت پست هایی دارند، حالا چه در قسمت مدیا، چه فرهنگ، چه سیاست، با برگزاری این برنامه‌ها پس از مدتی در واقع این ادعا شاید براشون سخت بشه که ما از مسائل ایران به اندازه کافی خبر نداریم و در واقع این یکی از مهمترین هدف‌های برگزاری این برنامه است.
I see how important they are for the financial system, everything. But the thing is that most of the people forget we don't have any time. We have a time window. This is our last window of opportunity. We have 6 months to a year to have a regime change. If this window is shut down, then it's not possible to move them because they are going to have the life insurance policy, nuclear bomb. And that's the frightening point, and that's why I'm working as I'm working. To speed things up, I don't have time for policy shifts. This is going to take too long time. I don't care about Joseph Borrell, I don't care about Billström, I don't care about this stupid man that's mumbling. We are going to target IBC. I have a group of 50 lawyers ready to follow the money. As soon as the summit is taking the decision, we are going to work. Before summer, we are going to take their money.
Thank you very much.
حالا چه سپاه وارد لیست تروریستی بشه یا سپاه وارد لیست تروریستی نشه، مهمتر از همه اینه که ما جمهوری اسلامی رو در کلیت خودش باید نشان بگیریم. با تروریست شدن سپاه یک گام نزدیکتر میشیم، ولی اگر به جایی هم برسه که اتحادیه اروپا سپاه رو در لیست تروریستی نذاره، باز فرق زیاد به آلمان نمیکنه، برای اینکه این مبارزه باید ادامه پیدا بکنه.
Of course he's been lobbied. There is really no doubt about it. And I'm quite sure that he's not only being lobbied by individuals living outside of Iran, but I'm also sure that the Islamic regime in itself is lobbying. That's also the reason for the statements he does, not only now, but also for several years, being one of the most prominent supporters of the Islamic regime in the EU.
پروفسورهای اروپایی، ژورنالیستای اروپایی و سیاستمدارا و اینا رو خیلی وقتا اصلا نمیدونن. مثلا اینکه نیویورک تایمز آرتیکل چاپ میکنه که در اون آرتیکل نوشته شده که زنها در ایران خیلی مشکلی ندارن با حجاب اجباری. مهمه که آدما بدونن که همچین چیزی چاپ شده، کی اینو نوشته، چجوری همچین چیزی چاپ شده و راجبش صحبت بشه و نقد بشه. و اینکه اگه نقد نشه خب هیچکی یاد نمیگیره و همینطوری این لابی‌ها ادامه دارن.
You know, it's a little bit like that here, because if you show that a lobbyist, his narrative is false, and his narrative is because he wants to promote another regime, of course if you destroy that, exactly like you said, his academic career is over, more or less. So the question is, can we dissemble that in a nice way without labeling them as regime agents, for example? And well, yes, definitely we can do that. However, we can only do that with respect to individuals that have just started to be part of this narrative. Because we can talk with them, we can say, well, don't you agree that this is not the complete truth?